Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a rewind spread using a kit called Party. It is still in our shop if you're interested. I grabbed a few sheets that were left over. I grabbed the B6 full boxes, the date strips, functional sheet, the glitter, the sidebar, the base sheet, as well as the icons. So I already whited out the headers on the left and the right. I wanted you to see if you can personally tell, the difference when I do use whiteout or not. Just like the extra part that was whited out. So I don't know if you can tell or not, but there is a slight shadow. For me, it doesn't bug me too much. I just wanted to, so you would know. And this is on the removable matte paper that we offer in shop. Also, in case you didn't notice, I do have a big bruise on my right arm. I had blood work drawn. I'm going to talk about that this week. And yeah, it was a bad prick, which is totally fine. You know, I bruise easily, so we'll talk about it when it gets there. Anyways, so I just put down my base, the date strips, as well as the bottom washi. Since it is a rewind spread, I didn't really need to use the space at the bottom to put things I need to do every day. I am using another planner at home to take with me that I just scribble in. It's an hourly format as well. Maybe in the future I will show you guys. The inserts I did get from Michael's, really cheap, maybe like $5. It's undated, so I'm using it as is, and just write down my thoughts as the day goes on, and then I take these wherever I go, and then I keep my Erin Condren at home. I realized that, including the stickers, my Erin Condren is worth a lot in regards to, like, if I was to get damaged or wet or things like that, since my bag tends to have a lot of snacks now with my daughter. My planner, my Erin Condren, just stays at home on my desk on this little cute stand for me to look at as a memory keeper, as a desk planner. And then my A5 is like on the go wherever I need to go. Anyways, so I put down just one of the boxes in the top left-hand corner. I didn't white out again, so you can sort of see there's a slight shadow. In person, you can't really tell too much, but with the lighting, you can sort of tell. And then I put down the glitter headers. I realized I don't use that many glitter headers compared to when I used to memory plan in my vertical spread. When I used to plan in that regards, I would use up all the glitter headers. Now I realize I have so many glitter headers left over. But again, the items are purchased a la carte, so you can just build your own kit if you'd like. I think that in the future, we are going to be changing how the kits are in the shop, meaning the weekend that the kits are released, you can purchase them a la carte. You can purchase them as a mini kit, or you can purchase them as a full kit for a discount. We always have a discount as well on top of that for that weekend, and like fun promotional freebies. And then in order to process everything quickly, I think like everything's available Saturday. Sunday will go down, and if we have extras, then I will list them in the shop, like as full kits probably rather than like singles, just because I realize keeping everything as a la carte is starting to become very difficult, just because we have so many kits. In order to keep more kits in the shop, we probably will only be able to provide them as like full kits rather than a la carte, because we do offer like premium matte paper, removable matte paper, glossy paper, and everything's foiled to whatever foil color you like. So it's a lot of customization, and I realize that might be slowing some of the time down. So in the future, we're probably going to be making that switch, but I will definitely put it in the emails, so be sure to subscribe to our email list so you can know about that change, because I want you to be able to pick up the kits that you want to pick up, without, like, if you just want to pick and choose, because I pick and choose, honestly. I don't use everything in the entire kit just based off what I do. Anyways, I built the sidebar really quick. I put down the AM routine sticker, self-care, PM routine, and grateful for, which I'll fill in all that stuff later. with what I accomplished and put in my notes. But those clear stickers are in the shop if you're interested. The script section has been reorganized by headers. So if you click the headers, like if you click the Erin section, they'll have a bunch of ones that say like different errands. Those will always be in the shop. Available in the shop, just because if you cut one, then you have like four. It's easier to keep stock of that just because it's all on clear paper, and then I just foil it based off what you request. Versus the kits, since we have glossy, premium matte, and matte removable matte, it gets confusing to keep all three, and it's a lot of paper. So we're probably gonna do a like destash later this week, maybe with the new releases. I'm not really sure yet, but anyways, it's pretty much gonna be kits that that were left over. There's nothing really wrong with them. I mean, a few sheets might be like the foil might be off on one or two of them, but most of the time it's just kits that we retire, like in the last chance section, and maybe it's missing a few sheets. I mean, they're pre-made already because they're cut in pairs, so I just stick them in there. So I try to put as many together so make a full kit. But anyways, so back to Monday. I actually felt pretty sick on Monday, so I put a panda bundled up in a blanket. I realized that the entire sheet is with purple panda blankets, so I'll probably redo that with a different color in the future. But I couldn't find my sick day sticker. So either way, it was my sister's birthday on that day, so I put a happy birthday. She did come visit us from LA at lunch, and then I still wasn't feeling well, so I pretty much slept while she was there, and she just played with my daughter. And then we grabbed some lunch, and then we took my daughter for a train ride for that day, the first time, so that was fun. And then we went and grabbed food afterwards, and then celebrated. We got a cake and everything. And just hung out. And then on Wednesday, did some laundry. I tend to do laundry in the morning just so I can start it, and then throughout the day I can just add things to it. But I still wasn't feeling that well, just very tired. I didn't really have an appetite still. So I drank some coffee. Try to see if that would help. We do have an espresso machine. And we recently swung by and picked a bunch of stuff up when we were at the Americano. And they have an espresso shop, and we bought a bunch of sleeves because apparently the caramel one that we like is being switched to this new caramel brulee, which I think is a lot less acidic when I taste it. It's a lot more smooth. So yeah, we've been trying to avoid going to Starbucks because every time we go it's like $4 a person, versus if I make the coffee at home it's like 70 cents. So another way to save money. I started watching a bunch of YouTubers that do budgeting, and I realized that I do spend a lot of money on food. Like majority of my income, my income, my husband's income, half, like a third goes to our rent. And then the rest goes to food pretty much, and we tend to eat out a lot, so we realize we need to stop doing that. Yeah. So we're trying to cut down the coffee at least, and the boba. Anyways, yes. The rest of the day was spent doing emails and then some orders here and there. I still wasn't feeling well, so I slept most of the day, hoping that I would be better on Wednesday so I can go to work. That was not the case. Unfortunately, I woke up horrible on Wednesday. I had to call in sick, and then I spent like pretty much the entire day in the ER, starting from like 8-ish to 5-ish, which is why I have that bruise on my right arm. They were trying to put a line in me to give me fluids, and it wasn't flushing correctly. And it hurt a lot. Either way, I ended up putting it on my hand, which is why there's like 2 dots on my hand, which is where they tend to have to go. When I was pregnant, bruised easily, had bad veins, I'm a bad stick. Like when I donate blood, they're always like, you're a bad stick. But anyways, so I couldn't find my sticker that said doctor appointment or doctor visit. So I was just flipping through something. I decided just to look for a little panda sticker. I realized the panda stickers on the sheet are rather large. I think I'm gonna have to reformat them to make them all smaller, just because. I mean, I guess like in this case it works out, because I wanted to pretty much spend the whole, like, I wanted to show that I was in the hospital, or like put that in my timeline. So I tried to put the big panda sticker down, but I realized that I sort of should have made like these like arrow squiggles instead. So I think I'm gonna design some of those, probably on clear paper, with whatever foil you want or whatever you decide. So that way, that's me trying to remind myself to tell myself to make the edits for the future. But yeah, instead of like, putting that box all crooked, I could have just put it at the beginning and then draw an arrow down to when I was in the ER. So I'll probably work on that this weekend if I remember. But yeah, I didn't really do much. Went home and just sort of continued to recover. I felt bad missing work, but I couldn't like function. But after the fluids, after everything, I felt better. And then I knew that the next morning it wasn't going to be too bad, since it was like a work from home in the morning, and then the afternoon it was like a sort of a short day. So I didn't want to call off a second day, because I'm pretty sure like I felt definitely better after the fluids. I just didn't have an appetite the last like 4 or 5 days, and I was telling myself that it'd get better, and then it didn't. And anyways, so definitely felt better at the end of the day on Wednesday, good enough to go in on Thursday. Let's see. So I put down some page flags. In case you didn't know, the last page in the kit comes with page flags that match the kit. They are foiled. I put down the 2 work stickers. I don't know why, like, the audio or the video got really bright for some reason. But I think it's because I'm just so tan. I'm not really sure. Anyways, so I had work in the morning, and then I had to go to a meeting at lunch at a different location. And then I had a phone call from my GI doc, who was going over what happened in the ER with me, and then she had all these recommendations, and I had to drop off like other stuff. She pretty much had like a new plan for me, because the ER doctor just like made sure I wasn't dying, and then the GI doctor was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to take care of you. So it was really nice. She's really sweet. I've had her as my doctor or my specialist for like 4 years. And yeah, she's really sweet. So anyways, so I had a phone call from her, and then she wanted me to follow up in a few weeks. So then I had to make that appointment later. And then I came home, and then I just did a bunch of work. Yeah, my appetite was back again, so I was able to eat, like, slightly. But I put down a little panda. I didn't want to write anything because I was just too lazy. So I just put it right in the middle, saying I had to do shop stuff, shop updates, and things like that. But yeah, anyways. So on Friday morning, I did get paid. So I put a little panda sticker with the piggy bank. We're trying to save a certain amount each month to avoid ourselves from overspending, and we're just putting the same amount into our bank account each month. So whatever's money is left over, we just do what we can with, and try to avoid eating out as much, which is sort of hard because the following week we're going on a trip to Florida, going to Disney World for a trip. So hopefully we'll see how much we're able to save this month. But 2 months down, we are trying to do it a certain amount each month for the rest of the year, just to try to be more budget friendly. So next I put down a panda sticker that said weigh in, because Fridays I like to weigh in. I was going to put like a rest day sticker down, since I haven't worked out this entire time because I haven't been eating and feeling bad. I did lose like 4 pounds in the course of a week because of everything that happened. Obviously, I gained it all back once I started eating again, but it's fine. Later in that day, I did have to go pick up some medication, and then I had to do a bunch of shop updates and print a bunch of orders. And yeah, I think that's it for Friday. And then on Saturday, I just wanted to put the weekend banner down. And then I pretty much slept in on Saturday because I started feeling bad again. Not really bad, but just tired still, after like working for 2 days. I know it's sort of sad. I work only part-time. But because I have a little one at home and then the shop as well, like my body is pretty tired. I don't know if you know this, but as a shop owner, if you have a lot of employees, that's great. You don't have to work like, how do I explain it? So if you have your own business and tend to do everything at home, and you don't set yourself good hours, meaning you don't work from 8 to 5, you just do it whenever you can. When my daughter naps or when she's playing or she has an appointment or things like that, I tend to stay up late and work up early and do the shop stuff and then have my parents help when they can. Because of that, I think that's why it took me so long to recover, because I was just so tired and then we were all sick, and sort of us, when you have a kid that gets sick, you end up getting sick because they cough all over you. But anyways, that got better. So I was able to do some groceries, and then we did a little movie night at home, and then just did some emails, basic stuff. Pretty much just tried to recover as much as I could. And I would say this kit I probably will keep in the shop for a bit because I feel like you can use it like whenever, since it's like a birthday kit. And it's pink, cute. Anyways, it'll be in the shop for a bit until it says the last chance section. I will send out an email with that reminders, and I wanted to do fun email like promotions. Like it'll just go out to the email list like, hey, purchase within like the next 1 or 2 hours and receive like this special freebie or this special sticky note or something like that. I thought it would be really fun to reward those that do open up my emails, and then encourage for you to open them if you don't. So be sure to subscribe below if you're not on the email list to receive like special discounts or larger discounts than, the ones that are promoted everywhere else. Sunday we did prep for our trip. So we packed clothes, did laundry again, figured out what we needed to buy and not buy. And then I also did a small purchase at the Coffee Monsters Co. If you didn't know, I pretty much just used icons from my shop, not icons, characters, and then also from her shop. So she's a very talented young lady that I do like to support. So definitely check her out. I'll link her below. So I purchased a few items. They'll be coming soon. And then later that day, I did do all my Instagram photos and posts for this week, since I couldn't do anything like the upcoming week. And I think the fact that I was sick, like, it's gonna throw off a majority of my like release schedule. I typically release every 2 weeks, but that might have to be adjusted or postponed just because I am definitely behind because I pretty much slept a lot this week. But yeah. So this is what the spread looks like. The Instagram sticker is available in the shop under scripts. I think it's social media or media scripts. I'm not really sure. But anyways, I really like how this week turned out. Once I fill it in, writing in stuff on my own, I think it's a great way to visualize what happened this week, but not like overdo it. There's still white space and there's still like, some pages or some full boxes for decoration. But you can definitely leave out the full boxes if you wanted to keep it nice and empty. But yeah, this is what the spread looks like. I'll flip the sheets that are left over. that I'm going to use like in my other planner. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm going to try to release a video each Monday, either a rewind or a forward planning spread. Either way. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you like what you saw, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.